Yesterday's game was exactly how we want West Ham to play, wasn't it? I was expecting us to give them a thumping, but not like that. When West Ham play in a way that allows them to, or should I say they choose to play in a way where they attack from the off and just absolutely pound the opposition with pressure, this is what it results in. A very comfortable and confident win. Yes, folks, it finished West Ham United 5, Freiburg 0 at the London Stadium. And with this result, West Ham wins the round of 16 tie 5-1 on aggregate and now faces Bayern Leverkusen in the next round. This is going to be an even tougher test for us. We're going to be facing a team which is notable in Europe for going on such a long unbeaten run of over 30 games and then counting. It's managed by Xabi Alonso, a former Premier League midfielder who was considered one of the best midfielders of his generation and is seen as one of the best young managers in world football. He's got so much promise coming ahead of him. And we've earned that right now. It means a little trip back to Germany in the next round, but hey-ho, we didn't expect to get those guys, did we? Now, this game in itself impressed me for a lot of reasons. Kudus, Antonio, and their contribution in this game can't be ignored. Kudus got a brace. Antonio added some real threat to the attack line. We were really good in this game. Threat to the attack line is one of my other catchphrases thinking about it. But anyway, team lineups. First of all, Fabianski was in goal. Cresswell and Sofal as fullbacks. With Emerson out injured, Cresswell had to start. Dinos and Zuma as centre-backs. Soucek, Alvarez, Paquetá in the midfield. With Ward-Prowse dropped to the bench. Bowen and Kudus wingers and Antonio up top. Maybe this is how we should line up going forward now. Having Bowen back on the wing and Antonio up top. It certainly would help us out a little bit more. The West Ham pressure paid off. 3 successive corners led to Soucek heading a ball on across the goal and Paquetá tapping it in from close range. It was 1-0. From there, Antonio did so well to hold off players and run into the box, making passes across. He had such a good chance where Kudus was in a kind of open goal situation. All Kudus had to do was fire it in. I think he got it on his weaker right foot and he missed the goal. Catelli was really annoyed by that. All the fans were annoyed by that. At this point, it was 1-1 in the tie, and West Ham needed another goal to get in control. Kudus has apparently not been the same since AFCON, and that was what people were saying before this game kicked off. Little did they know that around 2 hours later, the opinions would vastly change. Bowen makes it 2-1. On aggregate, 2-0 in the game. So 2-0 in the game, bottom line, okay? Bowen gets the ball outside the area. He's run past a couple of players, and then fires a low shot into the bottom right corner. As soon as that space was created and he got it on his foot, you knew he was striking it at the goal. Günther, the Freiburg defender, failed to defend that properly, and that's what caused the goal to be conceded. Freiburg did test Fabianski a couple of times, but it was nothing serious, really. Second half, again, another goal where you could predict it was going in, but it wasn't from the likeliest of sources. Aaron Cresswell scores his first goal for West Ham in such a long time. I put in my notes on my laptop screen, you just knew it was coming as soon as he hit it. You just get that sense sometimes. Twice that happened in the game. He had the time to shoot and it may have taken a bit of a flick on in the end. I'm not sure if it even was a deflection. If it was extremely marginal to the point where you couldn't see it. But anyway. Paquetá came off for James Ward-Prowse. He looked a bit frustrated when he came off the field. Good counter-attack was built up and Sofal was in a great position to shoot the ball. A lot of times he gets onto that right side of the field and he has to just shoot it at the goal. This time I think he was challenged between shooting or passing it across. He chose to pass across and West Ham couldn't convert the chance. Alvarez, unfortunately, was yellow carded in that second half and it means he's going to miss the next round now. But he put in a big contribution as well. Made a lot of key interceptions in our own box. You see, the good thing about that formation was the fact it allowed us to be a bit more open and a bit more conscious of the space. When we could use that space a lot more to run into and have someone behind helping out as well. 4-0 came And wowzers, Kudus Donner, like, this is mad. Gets the ball in his own half, takes it about 65 metres, weaving in and out of players, and fires it with his weaker foot into the net. Whole stadium is in uproar at that goal. And he celebrates by taking a little plastic steward chair and sitting on it like that with his iconic celebration. Cold as ice, man. Cold as ice. Antonio came off for Ben Johnson, and then it was 5-0. Kudus fired it from outside the box on his stronger foot. So he scored a goal with both feet. After that, a triple sub happened with Kudus, Alvarez and Bowen off for George Earthy, Danny Ings and Calvin Phillips. Earthy made his West Ham debut. And it was a good moment for him. I think David Moyes just told him, go out there and enjoy yourself, mate. Full-time celebrations were emphatic. Everyone was saying the same things. Kudus was like Maradona in that game with that goal. Similar to that Dimitri Payet one against Middlesbrough as well. And the one he scored against Blackburn in the FA Cup. Just enjoy it. Just enjoy that moment. He's such a vital player to our team. And he's perfect for Moyes. Antonio as well. Getting back in the starting 11, and we can then build a really good side. We've got to face Aston Villa up next. That's going to be a tough one. So, in the time that we have now, it gives David Moyes an option. Is he going to stick with Antonio, or is he going to put Bo in there? He's got to think about that, but the game against Freiburg certainly means he's now got an idea of who should play and who should not. Hint, hint. Up next is Bayern Leverkusen in April. And unfortunately, I won't be able to go even if I wanted to. Not because of money, just a bit, I suppose, busy with work as well. It's a bit of a difficult month for me to take time off in April. So, yeah, we're going back to Germany again. I've seen people getting cheap flights to this, like £100. I have to pay like 4 times that. And then some. Yeah. One disadvantage to living in North America. So, I hope everybody enjoyed the game yesterday. And if you're going off to Leverkusen, I hope you enjoyed that as well.